Hi everybody, this is Meg Scott with the Meg Scott Art Gallery Show, and I was wanting to do a portrait. This may take a long time, but I'm going to start it. I think I can get through it, or at least to a point where I can stop and say the rest is up to you. Okay, what we're painting is a young lady with it's Victorian. She's got a crown on, and I'm going to put that right there. Am I casting a shadow? No, it's all right. Okay. Get her hair right. Get her crown on. Okay. Now her face is going to come down like that's too big. Face is going to come down like that. There's your cheek and there's your chin. Okay. I think I've got a little bit big, so let me pull it back up. Work with me here. Come on, painting. Okay. I'm just going to keep painting. Keep talking if I can talk. Sometimes I can't talk and do the same thing all at once. I wanted to start with her face because if you don't get her face right, then you're pretty much losing it. But there it is. Okay. I've got my palette with lots of colors on it and the colors that I need. I'm going to fill her in a little bit, but not completely. What we're doing is blocking. It's called blocking.
Mention your choice of color.
You can use a cotton pink for her complexion or the terracotta coral, or terra coral is what it's called. Put her nose in there. Okay. What I do is I kind of sculpt it. I sculpt it in the way I want it to be. Feels like sculpting anyway. It's not. But you don't want to put too much of the paint on too quick. And if you start her smaller than you think she needs to be, I have a problem with getting her too large. So I start her shorter than I think, or smaller. And then I'm usually right with that. So here's her. There's some parts you can go ahead and make that will stay. She's got a cleft chin, which I don't know if I'll be able to get that in there, but no problem. Okay. A good start is really kind of important, but I've worked with either good start or bad start and come out okay. If you've ever seen my first episode, you know what I mean. My Elizabeth Taylor was hideous until I worked on her and worked her out. So I'm hoping this won't be hideous, but you never know. Okay, I'm going to put her mouth in. Her mouth needs to go a little bit lower than her nose. Don't get it too close to her nose or it won't look right. Okay. Her bottom lip is lighter than her top lip, but you still have to make it come out, so I gotta line it. Okay. Her nose is up here. Oops. Right there. She's got a real pretty nose. She doesn't. Okay, now she's got her eyes closed. So you don't need to do any eyeball work or anything like that. I'll pull her out a little bit here. Probably shouldn't have done that, but that's okay. All right. I'm just going to keep painting. Hopefully, we'll have a good one. See, I'm sculpting it. If I think this is why you don't tell a child to draw inside the lines, is because sometimes outside the lines will shape it better. You only use that if you're a detailed artist, I guess, or something like me. when you get up to this level, you start going, yeah, that one was told not to draw between the draw outside the lines, and that's why they're having a hard time. So I got a little brown where her eye should be. She's kind of got her eye open, so I'm going to try to make that look right. I don't know if I can or not. Her face needs to come down, her chin needs to come down a little bit. Okay. It doesn't look good until right when you get it. When you get it, you know it. Sometimes I take that off. It's kind of hard to concentrate, but that's what you need is concentration. Okay, I think her mouth's too high, so I'm going to take that out. Pull her nose on down in a minute. You don't want her nose to be brown, but you want to be able to distinguish it from everything else. I'm starting out a little dark, which I guess is good. Give me a minute and I'll have the hang of it. Okay. Her nose is going to be lighter colored than any other because of it's closer to you. You need to try and get this spaced right. There we go. Okay. Now I can skinny her up. I'm going to skinny up her nose. She's kind of got her head tilted down. Is that all right? Can you see that? Okay. Sometimes you go over things several times until you think you have it right. That's okay, you know. Don't need brown there. Okay. Put her nose in. The nose is the hardest, I think, in my experience. For me, the nose is the hardest to do. So we're not going to do anything elaborate. We're just going to make her have a nose. Okay, now at this point, I got to make her lips bigger. Here goes. She's got a frown. I don't want her to frown. Okay. This side of her is going to go a whole lot closer. Now she starts looking a little better. When you get that side that's away from you, there's a lot of rules about that, which I can go through, but basically I don't want to have to. But I took a course one time called Drawing the Right Side of the Brain. You're not drawing the brain, it's drawing, comma, the right side of the brain, and it teaches you how to do portraits, and I had a class in it once. So I think I'll put her hair in. Her hair is reddish orange. She's a strawberry blonde, and so do that for a minute. Pull her shoulder down. You basically want to have, see, that's going to confuse me because that's her neck, and it used to be her chin. So I cut her down quite a bit, and she's still too big, but that's okay. Get a neck in there. And looking, what you want to do is look and kind of sculpt it as you go. Okay. I like to work on the face. It's just that I don't know why I do so many portraits except for the fact that I just love to do it. You can tell real simply if you got it right or not, and that's important. Her cheekbone is going to be light. You want to use the kind of strokes that will that naturally her skin would go in. You don't want to go against the grain or against what you think her face is doing. Her eyes all the way over to her nose. So I'm gonna have to do that. Okay. Alrighty. Sometimes my picture goes off and I have to reach over there and turn it back on. This is just a generic picture off the internet. It's an old one. It was painted a long time ago. I think I've got some information about it when I looked it up, when I found it. She's beautiful. She's just a beautiful picture. I'm going to put her eyebrow back in because I thought that was too high. Okay. Give her her nose. Oh well. Try it again. This needs to be light. She's got a real skinny face. Her chin needs to be a little bit lighter. Her cheekbone does. Once you get it going pretty good, it becomes like a puzzle or something you're sculpting. That's hard to get in the mood like that, but you have to. You have to be there and to get them right. What I mean is you got to use your third eye. That's we came upon an artist one time that said you look at it with your third eye, and my family found that quite funny, but you know what? That's true. You look at it and you have to use your creative self, which is the right side of the brain. The left side of the brain is math, but your right side of the brain is your creative. I've actually told my husband, he plays the piano, he's very good. Oh, and I needed to give out a shout out to Patricia up at Trish up at J.C. Penney's. I forgot her last name's Miss Scott. It's Irish. It starts with an M-C. I think it's Irish. But anyway, I want to give a shout out to her because she's the one that does my hair. And this time it's just, and every time it looks good. Her crown is going to watch real close how close that gets to her eyebrow. You don't want to cover up her eyebrow, and then you don't want it sitting on her eyebrow. And I'm going to make it a little longer than I think it is. I'm going to do the top of her head. Okay. You want to go a little bit over the brow. Oh, I said don't touch that. Okay, hang on. 1 second. There we go. Okay, you got to get her eyebrow in there. Sometimes I use white as an eraser so that I can make it look a little different here or there. I'll use white with it, but it's best just to stay within the color scheme. I've done some that are very colorful. My business card is made out of one that is. Okay, now you want to stop and take a look at what you got. It's okay. She needs a few other things, but I'm going to start putting in her hair. I mix my colors as I go. I don't mix up a whole lot of color. A lot of artists do, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I started out as a oil painter, painting in oils, and that's a two-step process, you know. So basically, uh, well, I forgot what I was saying now. What was I saying, Nicole? She may answer me.
No, I don't remember.
You don't remember? Well, yeah, that happens. Her hair is just really pretty, and it goes all the way down to there. She goes further, but you gotta make it look right in the right color. You use some browns. It's easier to get it dark and pull it light, or however you like to do it.
Illuminating the painting.
I'm illuminating the painting. That's right. There you go. There's a word. I wonder if that's a real word.
Yes.
It is?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
My dad got into this thing where in the 70s they started saying athleticism, and my daddy jumped all over that. He said that is not a word, athleticism, but it
all
is.
the time now.
Now you hear it all the time. Yep. I want to try to make her look like she's peeking right out through that eye is right there. So I'm gonna get, I hope I don't ruin it, but you gotta do what you gotta do. You know, there's sometimes you go, oh, that's a little close. Don't know if I like that. Keep your face don't get the brown in the face if you can keep from it. And if you do, pick up and cut and correct it right away. Okay, she's coming along pretty good so far. See that brown? It just sticks out. So, I think her nose needs to come out a little bit. I'm gonna try that. It's another scary part. You have to do it. Okay, I'm gonna make it a tad bigger or longer. It's not bigger, but it's longer, hopefully. Right there, right there. Her eyebrow comes down a little bit. Sometimes I fiddle with this a long time before I'll get it, but you don't want to do that. Spontaneous is better. Really, it is. You want to just look at it and feel it. The third eye. There's another third eye comment. Feel it. Feel the painting. Oh my word, that's not right. Easy to fix though. And you know, if you do nothing but make a really funny picture, you know, Halloween isn't that far away. So I'm going to pull her face a little bit right here, her neck. I don't want to take her jawbone all the way to the top yet, unless I need that, which, no, shadowing is in here. I shadow it. She's got shadow right down in here. That's important. When you get, I heard one artist say, actually it's my teacher Dolores up at the college. She does classes, and I've taken a couple of classes from her. She's real good. She was telling somebody it's the lights and darks that really will bring out the character in a painting. And she's right. So, you know, you want to get your shadowing in there right. Just erased her nose. Oops. That's my air freshener that I have in here. The minute I thought people behind me were scoffing. Okay. It's not funny to talk to them when they can't talk back.
You got a studio audience today, too.
Yes, I'm in my gallery. My assistant has put my gallery together so good.
Special thanks.
Special thanks to Nicole Swanson, my assistant. I could mention her name.
Yay.
She's here.
Hi guys.
She's going to be here next month,
We have a
which
live
will
studio
start on the first Saturday. I won't be late the next time, but she, we're going to do her trip to Las Vegas and Hollywood. She's an actress, and so we're doing that. You gotta separate her lips, and mouth's another thing that's really hard. That's gonna have to come down more because it's too close to the. Don't worry, I can do better than that. Mouths are usually the best part of my repertoire, or whatever you call it. Don't fail me today. It's hard when you shake a little bit, but I do, so, and I've learned over the years not to let it bother me. It may bother you, but it doesn't bother me. I'm going to get her face a little bit lighter. Pull this out of there. Do that, and let's see, her mouth. She's not finished, y'all, until I finish her. And I don't know if I have the time today to put all the details in her, but I'm going to try. I know she won't be finished, but I'm going to try. And
5 minutes.
I've got 5 minutes to get her done. Oh, great.
But you have a finished copy to show.
No, well, I have one that's different. I practiced it. It really is a pretty hard painting. And I practiced it, and it turned out not like I wanted. This one's better. Always give room for yourself to be better than you were. You know, her nose is straight. I don't know why I feel like the nose has to be perfect. Her mouth, she's got her head tilted a little bit. And I think I've gotten that. There's her nose again. Just take a deep breath and go at it. She's got makeup on. Well, it's not makeup, but her eyes are.
She's wearing paint.
She's wearing paint, yeah. I don't know how they did that back then. Sure, they didn't feel it was absolutely necessary, but I do. Yeah. She's got highlights up around her eyebrows that pull her eyebrows out a little bit. Let me see if I can get her. I think I've got her hair too close. You know, I'm just going to do it as long as I can do it, and hopefully we'll be there. I don't know if I can get the hair in it. I may stop and try. I don't know. Doing a face is one of those things that you're not quite finished until you're finished. And then you hope it's good. I've made some really funny looking people, but I keep them. And I check my progress. Her crown needs to be a little bit brown and gold. She's got pearls at the top of her crown that stick up. I try to keep the right amount of paint on my paintbrush so that, okay. Having control over the paint, the amount of paint on your paintbrush is needful. It'll help you a whole lot. She's got highlights in her hair. Her hair's not dark enough yet, but it'll get there. Be careful not to jump over to something and work on it, because usually we all want to work on the best part. You say, oh, that looked good, I'll do that again. Don't do it again. Just keep trying. If it's right, it's right. And if it's not, that's okay. Wow. Okay. There. I'm going to smooth her out a little bit. Take time to do that every once in a while so you know if you get your highlights and stuff in there. She looks like her eyes are closed, so I'm going to try to fix that. Okay, I don't know if that did or not. I will be putting black on it when on her eyebrow, on her eyelashes, but that's all. She doesn't really need a lot of black on her. So, and you stay away from colors like black if you can, because they don't come out. Okay, it's coming along. Hurry. There's the top of her head. Oh, I got 1 minute. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I've had a wonderful time. Thank you for watching all this. And let me try to get her nose right again.
Show them the one you were working on.
Okay, the one I was working on, I did this one day. This is really good. And then there's right here, I did this one. That one's pretty good. But the one I was working on last night for her is this one. It's kind of cartoonish. It's kind of plain. So I'm glad I'm doing it again. It will not look plain. Okay, well, it's time to say goodbye. Thank you. I've had a really good time.